Okay, let's get started. Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is the first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single Friday, although today is not Friday. So today is Tuesday. I decided to make like a little arrangement on my schedule just this week because I knew that I wanted to do the Army of the Dead review, which is what I'm going to be doing today. But on this Friday, I'm going to be releasing my Quiet Place 2 review. So I thought if I just do one video per week, this video is going to be pushed to another week. And I didn't want it that because I got some people that asked us for this review and I didn't want them to wait any longer. So this is why on today's video, that it's on Tuesday, I'm going to be telling you my full opinion on Army of the Dead. Now, as always, I will always give you the option of spoiler free and with spoiler review. On this case, you are watching the spoiler review. If you don't want the spoilers, go on the description box down below and you're going to find my blog. There are all my spoiler free reviews, so there you have your two options. So if you like the spoilers, stay there. If you don't, then go pause this video, go read my spoiler free review. If you think that it's worth a shot watching the movie, go watch it and then return here so we can see if we agree or disagree on something. So if you want to know my full opinion on this, keep on watching. Now, the movie, in case you don't know, is directed by Zack Snyder. It was just released on Netflix this week and it was released on theaters. I think it was May 14, if I am not mistaken. So the movie hasn't been that really long there on the outside, so I am a little behind, but here I am telling you my full version of it. Now, the movie is about 2 hours and 28 minutes long. I seriously don't know why Zack Snyder likes to do movies that long, but it's what he does. But on this case, I think that it was unnecessary. The first thing I want to say is that for me it was completely unnecessary, the fact that it was so long. And why? Because the plot felt really flat. Now, the plot basically, it's about the fact that we have this convoy that it's transporting something, they don't really know what they are, on the 51 area, and this scene kind of resembles a little bit the Indiana Jones opening scene on the Crystal Skull. This is the fourth one, because there has this convoy and we have another car that is just civilians and they're like having fun and everything, but obviously the type of fun that they're having, it's way too different, but we kind of see a resemblance there. I don't know if they did that on purpose or if it's just coincidence, but the thing, I just wanted to say that, but the thing is that they crash because they were having too much fun and they didn't saw the convoy coming up, so they have a crash. And whatever was on the box that they were carrying, the box got open. And this is when we see a zombie coming up and he starts killing everybody on the convoy. And then we have this long introduction that kind of resembles the Zombieland introduction. We have this like it's really sweet melody. It's I Love Las Vegas, I think that it was the song. I have no idea which song it is, but it's basically saying Las Vegas because this is where the virus spread, just on Las Vegas. They made like quarantine and they have like a wall, so everyone, it's just there. It hasn't spread to any part of the United States. So it's been like, I could say it's a year because it's not really clear how much time has already passed. And on this introduction, we kind of have some glance of the characters that we're going to be seeing on the rest of the movie. But they don't really give much background of it, which it was kind of unusual because this movie is just not about zombies. They want to take the money that it's on the Olympus Casino before they bomb the Las Vegas. So they want to crash the whole place, but they want the money. There are millions on there, which doesn't sound really bad to take away some money that is going to waste, but just the fact that you have to kill a lot of zombies and survive to get the money. So it's kind of a risk, but I don't think this could be worth it. Like this is kind of sounds like a meme. 10 millions for you to get there, kill some zombies. All you have to do is kill some zombies and you get 10 million, but it's way more than just 10 million, if you understand what I'm saying. But basically that's the general plot on it. And we have obviously the protagonist that he's kind of saying the plans to people here and there, And we only have like two of the whole team that we actually know why they are on the team, because when you want to steal something, obviously you sometimes need a big group, sometimes you need someone with special skills. And I was kind of expecting something like on the Ocean 11s, Ocean 12, Ocean 13. For me, if I wanted to describe this movie, it's Ocean 11 meeting Zombieland. It's for me the best way to describe this movie. So I was expecting a little bit of background of the characters, but they don't really give you that much. The only background story that we have is of the protagonist, that he had to kill his wife, and his daughter saw the whole thing, and they hadn't been talking ever since. So we have them separate, but they eventually become together because the daughter has a friend that went inside to Las Vegas because she wanted to steal money too. This idea is not original. Some other people having the same idea, but her friend didn't came back. So once she finds out that her father is going on the inside to get some money, she wants to go with them to rescue her. She's not thinking about the money, she's just thinking about the rescue. We only have two persons on the team, like I said, that we have the specific skill and what they're going to be providing to the group. We have a pilot, because the only way that they can get out is by a helicopter. And we have like a smart guy that is the one that's going to open the valve so that they can get the money out. Basically, that's just it. That's it. Now, the movie, I'm not going to say that it's predictable, but if you pay closely attention, there are parts that you know where things are going. For example, once the team is about to go, we have, by the way, we have some badass females here. And it doesn't look like it's forced. Because there's some movies that you can see that they just force the badass woman character just for the sake of not probably being canceled or being calling out. But on this case, they made it work so well and so smooth that I really appreciate that. That hard to make badass woman on the blog and put it on the movie, and it looks right and it works, which I gave points for that. I don't really mind. Now, one of these badass women, suddenly she says that they need one more person on the group, and everyone is like, really? Who? And she points to one guy that we could say that it's part of the military that is working on the outside Las Vegas, because they have some like tents and everything on the survivors because they take them away. But you can see that he is kind of an asshole. It's really simple to see that. So she says, and she kind of seduces him in a kind of way so they can get inside. So basically, once they are all inside, she does what you probably saw coming. She's going to use him as a decoy, because the zombies on this movie, they aren't like Walking Dead type of zombies. I could say that they are more like 28 days later, and they don't look like that dead, or the skeleton, that they don't go like so slow and that kind of thing. They were faster and they were stronger. But there are two types. We have like this normal type, which you can defeat pretty easily, and we have this more stronger and even more smarter type. So we have two versions of zombies that they need to defeat in order to get the money. And she says that this stronger part of the zombies, they have some rules. Which rules? I don't know. I didn't saw them. I didn't hear them. I think that it could even have some plot holes. Like here, they just say that they have some rules that they work with, and she says that they need to sacrifice and give them something. But for what? They're not going to get you alone. They're not going to let you pass. So I didn't really understand why she precisely needed someone. She then gives that she precisely took him because he raped some woman, which in that case, I don't mind. Just take it, leave it there. Just leave it. Go to the zombies. But on the other hand, having someone as a decoy, I would say that I prefer if it was just like distracting so that the group can move forward, not just giving them and they will convert him in one of them, but it's not like you're making a kind of special treatment and they're going to let you pass. So I really saw that kind of pointless, unless the fact that you wanted to kill the character, which, like I said, I don't really mind. And then we go moving forward, and basically I can't really say much of this because it doesn't get much. We saw the group then going to the hotel, and they eventually get to where the money is, and the guy that has his work is to open where the money is. He gets to it, and we kind of see some fight between the daughter and the father that are the protagonists of the whole film, and we kind of see the disagreement, and they could have treated as a side plot, but they didn't go that deep. Really, the movie is actually is not that deep. It's a pretty simple movie. So the plot lines and everything, they don't give much background, which sometimes can be kind of a bummer, because sometimes you need the details in order to understand the full scene, or at least the full context of it, not just some random people going for money and then leaving, which is something else. They all have kind of the same mission or same mindset, that they just wanted money to survive. It wasn't like other movies that they give you some really inspirational reason why they want to go and save the world and because they're survivors and everything. It's pretty simple. The movie is pretty simple. So basically, it's just on the last 45 minutes of the movie that they finally get to the money. So they start to take it now, and this is when the action actually starts. Now, like I said previously, we have these two groups of zombies. Now, on the one that is the stronger, we have an alpha. And this alpha has, we could say, a wife and a queen. She even wears like a crown, and she got killed. The badass woman that I told you that I used the decoy guy, she killed the girl and the queen basically. And why? She kind of says that they kind of use that as something, but the guy that is with her says that he wants to keep the head because it could really be a really valuable thing. You probably assume that he wants to sell it to science just for money, because like I said, they don't really give much details. They don't, but they keep the head. And the alpha finds the body, and he gets really furious, and we have this scene of him carrying the headless body of his wife. He puts her to the ground. We have the whole group of these stronger, more versatile and really fast zombies, and they're all like looking like his queen is dead, and he puts her to the ground. You don't see what he's doing, but you can hear something, and he eventually takes his hand out. He basically opened her stomach and he took a fetus. The baby is completely blue, and then it turns red, and he kind of goes like this, like Simba, like this, Hakuna Matata, and they all start like roaring. And you could be thinking they're going for vengeance. They're going all together to vengeance the queen, and let's go, and that doesn't happen. Seriously, that didn't happen, and I was expecting to. I really was expecting for a really huge fight with all of them and this group trying to survive and being really badass and killing, pew, pew. That didn't happen. Sadly, that didn't happen for me. Basically, the only one that kind of wants vengeance is the alpha, and once the 4 people that survive of the whole mission, and the girl, actually they found the girl, the one that the daughter was looking for. They found her, and she's taking her out. So we have the last 4 of the group. That is basically the pilot, the girl, the one that they save, and the father. So we have those 4 without the money, because they need to start running and killing and trying to survive. So they left the money behind. Now they're just trying to survive and get away before the nuclear bomb gets in. They have like 20 minutes until they explode the whole city. But once they're about to go in, the girl that used the boy as a decoy, she has the head, and she kind of shows to the zombie. He gets furious, he kills her. She throws away the head, and the head gets smashed. So he has nothing left of his wife. He gets even more furious, and once the helicopter is flying, he kind of jumps and gets on the inside. They start fighting until he bites the protagonist, and the helicopter crash. They get away enough for the bomb to doesn't do precisely anything on them, but they crash. The pilot dies. The other woman, she also dies, and the only ones that are alive are the daughter and the father. But he has a bite, and they kill the zombie, but he has a bite. So that means that the daughter needs to kill him. They have these last words on this last scene together, and she starts crying, but she eventually kills him. And she gets on the floor, and we saw another helicopter that is coming probably for her, and she starts crying. And this is when you probably think that the movie has ended, but no, because suddenly we see that the bags of money are like going to the up and to the ground, and we see that one of the group actually survived the whole nuclear bomb thing, which is kind of surprising to someone to survive that. Well, he was underground, but still. So basically he goes away with 3 bags of money. He starts like walking and walking until he finds a car, and he drives all the way to Utah. There he gets to an airport where he gets a private jet with some of the money that he has now. And while he's kind of, this is it, I survived, I'm celebrating, I'm feeling so great, when he gets up, he feels kind of dizzy and he starts to feel like weak or sick, and he goes to the bathroom. This is when we realize that he has a huge bite on his arm, and it's become to spread. You can see the veins popping, but in his face, nothing has changed. And we hear the pilot that it's saying that they're about to land 10 minutes on Mexico. And he basically looks himself in the mirror and he's like, shit. And the movie cuts. Basically saying that the virus just spread and he's going to Mexico, where the virus is probably going to the rest of the world. And that's basically the whole film. I didn't know what to expect, really. I mean, zombie movies, they aren't really that deep, but this one was another whole level. The movie is not bad. I'm not saying that it's a bad movie, but definitely this is not the movie that I will repeat. Like, I just watched it once. I just watched it like half an hour ago, and I'm not going to rewatch it, seriously. Zack Snyder, I think that, I don't know, I kind of have a love-hate relationship, because I like his version of Justice League, but his other movies, I am not a huge fan. This one, it's the case. For me, it's way too long. If you're going to make it that long, at least go a little bit deeper on the plot. Because seriously, some of the scenes, they don't make sense. So many things kept in the air, and you don't even connect with the characters. I mean, they got killed and you're like, okay, dude, he just got killed. It's not like, oh my god, he got killed, oh my god, I'm gonna start crying. No, that type of feeling, that type of connection, that doesn't happen. And I really like to kind of have some connection with the characters, so I can feel a little bit more of interest on the movie. For me, it was really hard to actually keep my attention on the movie. It was really hard because it's kind of boring to a point. Like I said, it's way too long. So probably if the time was a little bit shorter and of that go a little bit deeper on the plot and the characters, like more meaning to it, could be more interesting. So like I said, this is not a bad movie. I could say that it's a 6 out of 10 and a 3 out of 5, because it's not excellent, but I'm not going to say that it's a bad movie, because really it's not. I think the whole purpose of the movie is just pure entertainment. I really think it is, and there's nothing wrong with it. Seriously, there's nothing wrong with just a movie that just wants to entertain people and not just give you some meaning and just a lesson in life. So that's okay. But like, in my opinion, this is not the type of movie that I kind of enjoy watching. I'm not going to rewatch it anytime soon, but that's just my opinion, and this is all for the video and my review. I don't really have much to say, so this is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments, how do you feel? Do you agree to disagree with me? Do you think that they should do a sequel? I don't think that they should. Seriously, just leave it there. Just please. Sequels sometimes are so unnecessary that seriously doing a sequel of this, I don't even see a point. So, but that's on there. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to be seeing you guys on the next video. Bye.